Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to tell you how my ancestors, they enslaved people. Basically, my ancestors were slave owners, but they owned Jews and Arabs in the past. So have you heard of the Empire of Egypt? So people who used to live there back in days when it was an empire which ruled the whole planet, it was black people. That's the only explanation that has always been missing. Have you ever wondered why Arabic and Hebrew, Assyrian and Aramaic, those only four languages spoken outside Africa, which belongs to African languages? Those four languages, they are called Semitic languages. Semitic languages, they are part of Afroasiatic language family. For those who study linguistics, I took some classes, for some linguistic classes in college. So those four languages, they are called Afroasiatic languages, and they come from a branch called Semitic languages. So it's only four languages, Semitic languages, outside Africa. But you go to Africa, the Horn of Africa, we have more than 15 Semitic languages, plus dozens more Cushitic languages, which is also another branch of Afroasiatic languages, the same branch of all those languages they belong to. So we have more languages spoken in Africa similar to those four languages in the Middle East: Arabic, Hebrew, and Assyrians, and Aramaic. Aramaic is no longer spoken. So what I'm trying to say is that when Jews, they were slaves in Egypt for 400 years, that's when they learned Hebrew. That's when they adopted their own dialect of African language. So they left Egypt without speaking their language. So basically they were speaking African language, which is Hebrew, part of those dialects spoken in the Horn of Africa, because Hebrew is African language, Arabic is African languages. So I'm not sure how Arabic adopted Arabic, but for the Hebrews, it's African languages, Arabic, it's African languages. They adopted those languages from us because we have. So in addition, Semitic languages, that's a branch of Semitic, those four languages and many 15 more languages spoken in the Horn of Africa. That branch comes from another branch called Cushitic languages. Cushitic languages, they are only spoken in Africa. For people who study how languages are designed, how languages are made, so all those languages in Afroasiatic languages came from Cushitic languages spoken in the Horn of Africa: Somali, Oromo, Sidama, many other Afar, many other tribes. Those are the true ancient Egyptians. Till today, you go to Egypt, you're gonna see many black people, paintings, statues. They destroy. Sometimes they destroy their noses, try to hide evidence. But we are the true empire. We enslaved Arabs and Jews. But nowadays, everybody tries to be like, we are victim, we are, we were taken a slave, we did this and this. That's not how the past was. Have you ever imagined why they always kill each other? They never dare to enter Africa. Before the bullet was made, our fathers, our ancestors, the black people, we the black, we the people, we defended ourselves. We had an empire, we enslaved those people. That is a fact. So Semitic languages are African languages. Arabic, Hebrew, those, they are African languages, and that's how that is how the Jews, they came to be. So now we are mixed. I am from a tribe called Tutsi. We live in Central Africa, but our genetics says that we are mixed with people from the Middle East. So how is this possible? But you go to the Horn of Africa, they are very mixed people. All those tribes, whether Tikushirik, whether you also speak Semitic languages like Amhara, Tigrinya, they are mixed people. Why? Some people, they say it's because of Islam, the Muslim, they came there, the Christians, they came there later on. No, all those explanations, they do not make sense. If my people, the Tutsis, we left Egypt, it's a long time. It has to be more than 2,000 years ago or 3,000 years ago. That's how we left. And we already had mixed with those Jews who were our slaves. Because everybody tried to call themselves Jews. Oh, we are the Jews, we are this. I don't know. This is my views. So they were our slaves. We had the babies with them. That's how we are mixed till today. So if I'm from Central Africa and Egypt is always north, and I have some similar genetics with the people from the Middle East, how can you explain that? If those 3,000 years ago, if those Hebrew who were enslaved, if they were not enslaved by my people. So that is that's how things were. So of course we do have some similarities culturally, maybe religiously, maybe some of adapted the Judaism later on, but before all that, we were the slave owners. Things changed later on. They came after they make a bullet, they come. So, but that is how things came to be. We were the true people, the Empire of Egypt. Look up the statues of Egyptians. They cut their noses. The kings of pharaohs, the Ramses, all those people, black people, 100%. And sometimes they try to redesign those statues, lie to people. If they have a flat nose, they try to cut it. So, leave your comments. Let me see what you think about this. Because it's true obvious, 100%. Arabic is African languages. Hebrew is African language. If we have more similar languages to their language, we are the true people who own those languages. I'm claiming Arabic as African language. I'm claiming Hebrew as African language. I'm claiming Assyrian and Aramaic, those 4 languages, because in Africa we have more than 20 languages similar to those 4 languages in the same family. So those languages, they come from Africa. The people who speak those languages, they were our slaves when Egypt was a true empire. That is the revolution, guys. So let's bring back the mighty African empire we used to have. Together we can rebuild the Black Empire. Peace. Through education, through working hard, and through teaching the truth and fact, and getting out of those low self-esteem. Let's see ourselves for who we are and who our ancestors were, because that is what we need. We, the Black power, Black people. Now let's look at these pictures. So on left you see a man from Afar tribe. Afar is part of the Cushitic tribes. So if you see this man, his hairstyle, and you see the statue, it's the same people. They still live close to Egypt till today in Eritrea, so not far from Egypt. So those are the actual ancient Egyptians, no question. Let's look at the next picture. So this picture, you see his hairstyle. On left is the statue from Egypt. On the right you see a man from Afar tribe. So basically what I'm saying is that these are the actual ancient Egyptians, no question. So those are the ancient Egyptians, those Cushitic people. And then this is another man from Afar tribe. So you see this tradition of braiding hair like this still found on the statues of ancient Egyptians. This is same culture, same people, same ancient people. So as you can see this picture, they are more mixed. They probably have more the Middle Eastern blood because of when the empire was big, they enslaved, they had slaves, those Hebrews from the Middle East, and those other Egyptians, I mean Arabs back then. So this is another pharaoh, this is another statue of ancient pharaohs of Egypt, black. Why would an Arab paint someone king in a black? No, those are the most powerful king. They have to be painted the way they are, no question. So they were black and they're still black. So then Egypt is still inhabited by black people till today. So this is another pharaoh of Egypt. So basically, even the Nubians people, those are also part of the ancient Egyptians. So it wasn't just like one group of people. There were many black tribes in ancient Egypt. So, but as the Arabs come later on, they push them down on the southern part of the country. So this is Pharaoh Amenemhet of Egypt. So black. Why paint black? So those are our black brothers, and as the Arabs came later on, they pushed our people to the south. So then that's Sudan, that's Eritrea, but we are the actual ancient Egyptians. Just the other day, I was talking to my co-worker. She's from she's a Babylonian, so she's from Iraq, and she was from the ancient empire of Babylon. So now they are minority. They live in tiny villages, small villages in Iraq. They spoke their own languages other than Arabic, even though they are very invisible people, very, very minority. So if the empire like the Babylonian, they can disappear, they can, a lot of battle happened in the past. So basically, the same way the Babylonian disappeared, and now everybody thinks Arabs, they are the native to Iraq, they are Iraqi people, but that's not true. The actual ancient, they were killed during the battle, during many conflict. So that is probably the same story happens to Egypt when we lost the empire. Maybe there was violence, fighting, many Arabs. So that is probably what happened. That's how we lost empire, just like the Babylonians people. So leave your comment, like, subscribe, and share the love of Africa, Black Power. So let me see your views, your thoughts, guys. Leave comments. Thank you very much, and let's keep this let's keep spreading this good message of the true history of Black. Thank you.